welcome to another episode of Drummer's Guide 2. Today I just want to cover a subject which is both a positive and a negative one for me, and it probably seems a little odd if you've just read the title, and that is fear. And fear is a weird one for me because, unfortunately or fortunately, I'm not sure which, it is a massive motivator for me. I have always suffered with being fearful of things, and it has definitely been a negative thing for me. Like, I always remember, it's so funny. So you know how, right, I have the worst memory, right, like really awful. I'm great at like remembering songs and stuff like that, but sort of general life remembering things, terrible. I forget things I've done, I forget people that I've met or interactions that I have. I will of course remember something completely random about someone when I have a conversation with them and go, oh yeah, doesn't your daughter do judo or something like that, and completely freak people out because they're like, have you been stalking me? And I'm like, no, we had a conversation about it, but I don't remember your name, I can't really recognise your face, and I don't know where I met you. Anyway, I don't know why I just started going on about that, but yeah, fear has always stopped me, and like I say, the weird things that I remember are things like, I remember once meeting John Blackwell Jr., Prince's drummer. He's unfortunately passed away now. Amazing drummer, and I looked up to him massively, and he came over to London to do the equivalent of the London Drum Show years and years ago. And I remember me and my friend Charisse, we were at the drum show, we were chatting with him. In fact, was it the drum show or was it at NAMM? No, do you know what? I think it was at NAMM in 2009. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. We were chatting with him, and we walked past some drums, and he basically was like, oh, why don't you play? And like, I'd love to hear you play. And my instant reaction was no. I was terrified to my core. I was just like, no, I can't play. You're like one of my heroes, and no, like I'm not good enough, and all this fear stuff was coming in, and it was awful. And Charisse was completely the opposite and just went, yeah, okay, and she went and played, and he was like, oh, it's really great, really love your groove, and I regretted it for years that I hadn't just gone, let me just go play. I regretted it for years, and I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. I still remember it, like I said. I feel not scarred by it, that's a little extreme, but I'm not sad now, but because I know in like as an adult, as a mature, more experienced person, I know that if I'd have played in front of him, it wouldn't have changed the price of fish. Like, it was just a nice thing for him to do, and give some words of encouragement. It was lovely, like a really nice thing. But for years I sort of like, I dwelled upon this. Also, there's been other times, so I remember meeting an artist years and years ago who we were playing on the same bill, and she was brought in very last minute, and it was just her and a guitar. I was playing with a band, and we sort of met in the toilets, and we got chatting, and she was just so lovely, and she was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna, like I'm supporting you, I'm first on, and it was very last minute, and I sort of said, oh, who are your influences, and she told me, and I was like, oh cool, like really great influence, like Jill Scott, and I can't even remember what other people she said. I just remember Jill Scott because she did a cover of a Jill Scott song. And anyway, I thought nothing of it. I mean, you meet so many artists, and you just think, oh yeah, no, I'm sure that they'll be great. And she got up and she played, and I was floored. I was just like, you're one of the most incredible artists I've ever seen in my life. And it was just her and her guitar, and her songs were incredible. Oh my God, even thinking about it now is making the hairs on my neck stand on end. And for the rest of the night, I grappled with myself. Just go say to her, if you need a drummer, call me. Go say to her, if you need a drummer, call me. And I didn't do it. And I don't know why I didn't do it. Well, I do know. I was fearful. I was terrified she was just going to go no. Or be like, don't be that person that is trying to play with me. Or I had all these preconceived ideas. Anyway, it basically stopped me from just saying one thing. I mean, really? I mean, luckily we're still friends, I see her occasionally, but and even now, I still would never say that to her because now we're friends and it's different, and I don't know. Anyway, it's all very weird, but yeah, and she went on to, I mean, she still is touring loads, and she's a huge artist. She's incredible, really, really just amazing. So again, fear held me back there, and you know, even down to going to blues jams or any other sort of jam, sometimes I'd be so terrified that I just wouldn't get up, but other times, you know, I did, and then I met someone new, and you often think, well, I wonder what would have happened if I'd have got up that other time, and, you know, I would often think back on these things, but this is the negative side of fear. However, there's always a balance, and I also use fear as a positive thing for me, and one of my biggest fears is letting people down, which works super well for everyone that I'm working with, because what that means is I learn everything completely meticulously, to the point of knowing the songs better than most people in the band sometimes. I very rarely meet people as completely mental as me, basically, that learn things in the same way. And that's because I'm terrified of letting down the artist or the song or the audience, basically. And I will make sure that I meticulously learn these things. Equally, if I'm on tour and, you know, something... I play something wrong, or you know, a mistake is made, I just absolutely beat myself up, and you know, I've had artists sort of say to me, I mean, it's okay, like it's fine, you're human, and I'm like, no, that's not professional enough. I should definitely be doing better than that. And they sort of, I think they maybe admire it a little bit, but I think mostly they're like, you are crazy. But it's totally fine, it works for me. And equally, it's the same with when I'm booked in for tours or for gigs or whatever, the fear of letting people down because something else comes in and not being reliable. Big no-no for me. So again, if I'm booked in to do a tour or to do a gig, even just one gig, the chances are, if something clashes, if something comes in that is potentially going to clash, I'm probably not going to do it. And that has made for many awkward conversations, and it's made for really stressful times for me when I'm juggling 2 or 3 or 4 tours at once, like artists at once. But on the whole, it's kind of worked out okay, and I think I'm known as someone that can be relied upon. I hope so. But it all definitely comes from a place of fear. So anyway, fear is great. No, fear isn't great, but I think you can harness it in a way that it makes it useful to you. So whatever your kind of thing is that drives you, that might be a negative thing, you can always sort of turn it around into a positive thing, and maybe try and minimise the more negative side of things, and just go, fear, I recognise you, but no, you're not going to make me not do this. I'm going to make this into a positive thing, and what's the worst that can happen, eh? Anyway, I'm going to stop going on and on and on and on and on. I hope that you're well. If you have any questions or subjects you'd like me to cover, then go to www.adrummersguide2.com, or you can leave a comment in the comments section below. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you next week for another subject. Alright, see you later, taters. Bye bye.